hope everybody is doing well. I hope that you're making great and healthy choices. I am continuing on my whole thing with relationships this year. I really believe that when we have great relationships, it allows us to live an exponential life. And there are many key aspects to a great relationship and a healthy relationship. So today I want to take a moment to talk about our listening skills. And the reason is because there are different love languages, and some people need to feel heard and they need to communicate. And there are some people who aren't talkers, and sometimes when they're not talkers, they don't want to really be present for what you have to say because it may invite them to have to speak and they don't want to, which is whatever. But when you want to have a good relationship, you have to be willing to kind of mold yourself in a way that would allow the person to express themselves, because we can't really understand where a person's mind and their heart is if we don't know or we don't allow them to speak and we don't allow them to feel heard. With that being said, now let's talk about the difference between listening and hearing. So in hearing, I hear one thing and it comes out the other. I heard you. Okay, I heard you. And listening is when it's registering. And it's a part of the process of you listening, you're registering, you're trying to come up with a formula, like what you're going to say, you're trying to form these thoughts, you're trying to respond in an appropriate manner that will allow the person to feel heard. And there are things like, okay, wow, and then what happened? Okay. And a part of listening also is sometimes even asking questions so they can expand. Because sometimes people will say, oh, I had a job interview yesterday. And then it's quiet. And they're going to feel like you don't want to hear it. But if they say, oh, I had a job interview yesterday, and you're like, oh, really? Tell me about it. How was the person? Oh, really? How did you feel? Did you feel comfortable? Did they say they were going to call you back? And you start asking questions because you want to genuinely hear about them and what they're experiencing and what they're going through. Today, I want to challenge you to listen to the people in your life. When people are speaking, I think that listening is an art in itself. So sometimes when people are speaking, it doesn't interpret in the way that we would like to be spoken to. It is what it is. Not everybody is great at communicating, but we work on ourselves and we can learn to interpret their heart. So some people may genuinely want to just say, I really miss you. I miss spending time with you. I want to know if you just want to come and watch a movie real quick and maybe we could spend some quality time and just hang out and maybe eat ice cream. Okay. But sometimes people don't know how to say that. So what they do is they'll say, oh, you never come over anymore. You don't even call. Like, I don't even know what's your problem. Are we even friends anymore? And they freak out. And my whole point, again, is to say that sometimes we have to learn to interpret the intention behind the impact, because there's intention and then there's impact, and those are two different things. And my intention may be to make you feel like I want to be with you, but my impact is repulsive. Who wants to hang out with somebody who's nagging them about hanging out? Not me. So that's one of the keys to listening. And also I feel like when we listen to people, we have to learn to be neutral. I know for myself, there are certain things that I don't share with certain people because I don't like the way they react to things I tell them. And it makes me feel judged. It is what it is. And I know that we all have certain things we keep from people that we don't tell them because we don't want to feel judged. So this week, I want to challenge you to listen to people. And when you listen to them, genuinely be invested. Put your phone down. Turn down the TV, look into their eyes, and genuinely be invested in what they're saying. I think that our relationships can grow crazy. Like, oh my God, can grow so much through the power of listening. When we hear the person and we really listen to them and it penetrates, things happen in relationships that could never have happened before the listening. So I am hoping that you guys make great and healthy choices. Remember that you have the power to change your life. You have the power to live an exponential life. You have the power to change your health, to change your relationships, to change your wealth. You have the power in your hands, but first you have to tap into yourself and believe that you can do it. With that being said, peace and love, y'all.